Hey there everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe, it'd mean the world to me. If you enjoy the video, go ahead and like it. Feel free to check the description as well, because I'll leave the links to my Twitter and Twitch down there. Twitch I'm going to start streaming on a lot more in the future. I started my first stream the other day on the weekend, I think it was Sunday. Turned out to be a lot of fun, I enjoyed it, it was nice. So feel free to come over there, watch me on Twitch. In the meantime though, this is going to be episode 3 of my rank review, so without further ado I'm just going to get into it. So let's go ahead and have a look at round 1. Heading on into round number 1, you can see the enemies left us a little bit of a freebie right there by leaving the attic wall soft. In hindsight I could have probably got the Ash or the Zephyr to come and open it up instead of me wasting a Selma breach on it, but they were actually randoms that we weren't communicating with, so that's our own fault. And I go ahead and open it up and then just rotate round so that I can go into the master bedroom and try and open up the closet wall instead. On my way round I see that the main door's open and get quite a lucky kill onto Chanka right there, and I go ahead and use the old van vault trick. So I'm sure most of you know about that by now. If not though, then go ahead and use that. Don't waste your time rappelling or risking your life trying to rappel and then swing into the balcony. Just vault up on the van and then vault over onto the ledge, and then that's it, you're there. So just doing my job there. I drove myself in very badly, missing the Kapkan traps because I'm not even looking for them. And all of that just amounts to me being quite stunned. You see I'm now checking for them to make sure I don't die to a second one. At which point Kapkan takes out Ash and I'm just getting cold feet at this point. I decide to stop playing aggressive. I just sit there, hold angles, play passively for the rest of the round, which isn't really the right play. Given we knew roughly where the defenders were, I should have been making moves, I should have been pushing them, pre-firing, just, trying to rattle their cage a little bit. But I didn't, and that was a bad play by me. Right here you just see I'm holding angles too long. If I'd have swung that a little bit sooner, I could have caught that Kapkan. Instead I just end up pre-firing at him and he sat there saving his life, playing it smart. And it's just a lot of cold feet and a lot of jitters here, just running back and forth, peeking different angles. Eventually I do decide to do the right thing. In situations like this where, you don't have a lot of information on where the enemies are anymore, if you've got a drone spare, go ahead and drone out the site. I drone it out here, which was the right move, I just went about it the wrong way. So you'll see once I go into this room here, instead of leaving my drone looking through that hole behind the bunk bed, I just leave it looking at a wall quite pointlessly. If I'd have kept it looking at the bunk bed, my teammates could have spotted Doc, who kills me later on. No idea what Kapkan was doing there. I think he tried nitro selling me or something. But here it is, look, Doc's playing that spot. If I had the prior knowledge that he was there, if one of my teammates was watching a drone that I placed there, they could have told me where he was sitting. And instead of me running around looking for him and trying to react to him shooting at me, I could have pre-fired him and maybe won that gunfight, winning us the round. At the end of the day though, we lose the first round here, so let's just go ahead and move on into round 2. So in round 2, I go ahead and just waste my drone like a moron. Something that I have been working on, and I remember in this session where we played this game, the games before I was actually, using my drone better. It wasn't paying off though, and I think at this point I just got sick of it, so I just decided to go in, find sight and ID a few people. That's the wrong move. You should never do that. You should always save your drones. Most times you can figure out where they're going to be defending, so you don't need to spot sight, and you can get a feel for what kind of operators people like to play on each site, so you don't really need to ID people as often, or it's something that you can just do later in the round. So don't do what I did there. Save your drones, put them in smart hiding spots, places where you can watch flanks. Just play it a little bit smarter than just droning straight into sight and getting shot straight away. Right here, I've brought Iana to attack basement. It's something I do quite often. She's got the grenades, which is nice for taking out things like Maluses if they bring them. They're good for pressuring Mira if she's on the wall. And you get the infinite drones, which is always a plus side, especially for a site like this where people just hold up in corners, hold up on pixel angles. It's good to send a hologram in there and get that shot rather than going in yourself and getting shot. Now right there I had the right idea by leaving the diffuser with my team, because I was going lone wolf over this way, and the last thing we want is for me to walk in, get killed in there, and then the defenders all just come and sit on the diffuser. It's better for my teammates to have it who are all together. By the way, I'm really happy that that is nitro proof. I had no idea at the time. I thought that was it. I thought I was just going to die. So, you know, 5 years in and you still learn something new every day about Siege. But I decided to go back and push with Liam so that we don't have a situation where he dies and I have to get the diffuser, or I die and he's on his own with it. I'm just, you know, making my way through, trying to find out where they're at. And I noticed that Cav's in freezer. So I call that out to Liam and I say, you know, you could probably plant. Capcan, I don't know where he is, but, you know, he was last seen upstairs in the small tower, so I'll just hold that. And Kavera was in freezer, so you've got enough time to plant. He waits it out, which was, to be fair, the right call, because it turns out Kavera was being a little bit sneaky. As soon as he starts planting, he hears the footsteps, and Kavera has come round the side. I get really lucky to get that kill. I go and pick up the diffuser and then pick Liam up before planting, because it makes more sense to pick him up and have him cover me. So we're in a 2v1 rather than me plant while he's just down. He dies anyway though, and it just becomes a bit of a cat and mouse game between me and Capcan. I light him up a little bit there, just keep pushing, slicing the pie, and I end up getting the kill and winning the round. That right there is just something that comes with time and practice. It's really important in this game especially to find the sensitivity for you. Now a lot of people will just jump around from different sensitivities all the time, some high, some low, and then they'll keep changing it by a fraction, a hair each time. There's no need for that. Sure, you'll have your honeymoon phase where you'll change your sensitivity, it'll feel really good, you know, you think you're bolo, you're hitting all your shots, and then it quickly goes downhill, so you change it again and just keep rinsing and repeating. You'll get a lot more benefits out of it if you just pick a sensitivity and then just keep practicing with it. So just keep going in terrorist hunts and keep running it over and over and over, so that eventually you just get used to that sensitivity and you know exactly what you're doing. I can't recommend that enough. You know, it's something that after 5 years I'm finally getting used to my sensitivity, because at first I was changing it all the time. I was looking for what YouTubers were using as their sensitivity back when a lot of them were on controller. I was asking my friends, and at the end of the day, just pick something and practice it. You know, make it your own sensitivity. Don't copy anyone else. You'll reap the benefits after that, I swear. Heading on into round 3, I actually used my drone a little bit better this time, which I'm quite happy with. After getting it wasted last time and it forcing us down to the final 10 seconds of the round, I decided to try and use it a little bit smarter. I sit it up on these boxes here, and as you can see, Kavera just comes right up to it. She has no idea it's there somehow. I don't know. Surely she'd have seen the light, but either way, I ping it and I run over, hoping that maybe she's still stood there so I can just swing and pre-fire the door and get an easy kill. I think my friend Liam checks the camera and says no, she's gone, so I'm like, oh, okay, then I'll check it and see what I can see. And it's at that point that Doc comes up these stairs, I think. I tell Anthony to open the door and I'll drone him in. Here comes Doc, and I'm just yellow pinging constantly, saying, Anthony, he's crouched on this spot. If you swing and pre-fire him, you'll get an easy kill. It's a freebie. Anthony swings him and gets headshotted. I just peer pressured Anthony into selling his soul to the devil. And from that point on, I start panicking. You know, look, I throw a grenade to try and get rid of the barbed wire. Doesn't work. I threw it badly. That's my fault. And I'm just panicking here because now I know that this Doc's just going to heal himself and come right back for more. I feel quite bad for getting Anthony killed then, but, you know, it's one of those things. stuff happens. I drone out Doc and see that he's still watching it, but then I see that he gets a kill on someone else in the kill feed. So I go back there and I'm just holding the angle, waiting for him to peek me. Eventually I get bored of it though when I peek at him. Saw his arm sticking out and now I'm just waiting. I'm thinking he's got to peek me back. Nope, he waits until I throw the grenade to try and peek. So I just get sick of it and I end up pushing him. And I manage to take him out, you know, I get lucky. And then from here on out, the play that I made was absolutely the wrong one. The random Zafir stuns someone in this room and I think, okay, he's going to be watching it then. He's going to try and come and get the kill on the person he stunned. Nope. As I'm planting, Bandit just runs around the corner after his stun wears off, shoots me in the head, and then pushes right back and kills the Zafir who for some reason waited to push him. So again, we failed there because of not communicating with randoms. It's one of those things. It's gonna happen. You can't really change it. You know, if you're not willing to talk to them, then you've got to be willing to put up with them. So that's my advice with randoms. You know, don't stress out over it. Don't be too aggressive or mean to them. We all like to have a moan about it sometimes, but at the end of the day, they're just trying to play the game and have fun as well. So if you're not communicating with them, don't be toxic to them. Just, you know, let them do their thing. Now I've skipped ahead to round 5 because all of round 4 was just awful. We played it so passively and I don't even know if any of us really got a kill that mattered. We all just ended up dying. It was a boring round, it's pointless, there's nothing that I can talk about and show. So I figured I'd show the preparation for round 5. So I like to play Mira when I'm down here in basement lately. And right there, I'll talk through that E-box setup a little bit more. But over here, I'm deciding which wall to reinforce, and I picked this one. It makes more sense. So I reinforce this, slap a black mirror on there. That makes it nice to just sit and watch laundry in case anyone's pushing down the stairs, which, if I remember right, pays dividends because they do come from down there. And here in E-box, you see I reinforce one wall and open up a hole here. That's so that I can look out onto the big tower stairs. And then I reinforce that side looking out on blue. Put a mirror on there. Just watch them and peek them as they peek you. It's nice and easy. It's a nice little setup and it pays off, you know, more times than not. Deploying ADS. And I'm just sitting here, you know, waiting for them to come to me. Go in between each one and I notice that they're droning out laundry. I fail to get that Twitch drone, but I block it with my body before it can zap my Mira canister. So I'm just sitting here knowing that they're pushing. Twitch gets a little bit giddy. I managed to take her out quite easily. And then I injure Nook through the wall as well, so I just finish her off. Now it's not very often you see people pushing through laundry, but this sure did make me glad that I decided to put my Mira there and watch for it. Because they actually do the same thing again later on in the game, I think. But right here, you know, you see I'm just feeling myself. I'm just getting excited. Got a few easy kills and downs. I get shot at right there and just turn around and destroy that Nomad. I don't know what she was thinking. She could not hit her shots to save her life, bless her. So take note of this Mira setup. It's really powerful. I've seen people put their second black mirror looking out into the freezer instead, and while that is nice, I've never really used it to get a kill. Whenever I put it there, people don't push freezer, so I've just started putting it in the little closets so that I can watch laundry instead. Moving on into round number 6 here though. I'm struggling with which operator I should pick, and I end up going with Mozzie, and it turns out to pay off quite nicely. So I go ahead, pick Mozzie right here, and just while I'm letting the round run out in the background, I'm going to talk about a few more things. So hopefully you will go down to the link in the description and follow me on Twitch, because I'm going to start streaming on there a little bit more lately. Probably just a weekend thing, but once I've got a schedule developed and, you know, I'm going to try and stick to it, I'll let you guys know. And as usual, feel free to like, comment and subscribe. Let me know what you thought of the video. I've tried to make this one a little bit quicker and condense it a bit more, so if you enjoyed it more than the other ones, which are quite long and tedious, go ahead and let me know, that's much appreciated. But anyway, back to the game, just doing mozzie things, you know, setting up my pests on stairways so that drones can't come up them easily, and just killing all the drones I can see that I'm not going to catch. Now I decided to go and place this drone in the master bedroom because I was expecting them to push through there. Normally people do. It turns out that they don't though. These guys actually do something quite interesting, and you don't see it very often, but when you do, it's really eye-catching. So we get an easy pick there, and I think there we go, that's it. We're 5v4. We can just play off trades and win the game, nice and easy. Not the game, but the round. Win the round, nice and easy. But, you know, they end up pulling this surprise Amaru strat. So you see me here just flicking between cams, trying to see what I can see. And there it is. As soon as I saw the G8 in the kill feed, I knew it was Amaru. I knew it had to be. And we have the man advantage here. So I decide, you know, it's safe, I'll drone it out. Hop on my captured drone, struggle getting through this this drone vent because there's so many obstacles in the way. And I hear them planting. So I just think, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to go and try and get that kill. Managed to get the Nomad. Lucky kill on Amaru there, really, really lucky. She should have had me. And I go ahead and take the defuse. And Anthony, the scumbag, shoots me. He shoots me once, just like a little love tap. You know, he was contemplating about shooting me in the head and taking the defuse for himself. I'm glad he didn't, and I know he's going to watch this. So, you know, you a little bitch, Anthony. You a little bitch. Still love you, though. But yeah, that was a nice round, you know, Mozzie paid off. I was quite happy with that. It's not very often you get a Mozzie drone to work so hard in your favour and then catch the attackers with their pants down quite like that. So we really do start bringing this match back after going down quite heavily. So let's move on into the next round and see what happens. So I skipped round 7 because it was another little boring round. My teammates just ran in there and shot everything that moved, so I didn't really have much work to do, if I'm quite honest. But here we are in the final round, it turns out. Match point for us, we've brought it back. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So here you see me going with the same old Mira setup. You know, doing one wall in here in the closet, slapping a black mirror on it, running over to E-box, doing the same thing. Opening up the wall so that I can look up at the tower stairs. I'm trying to tell this teammate not to reinforce right there. Finally he stops. But yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. There's no point. Don't try and spice things up. If something's working, keep playing it. So here we go, just chilling out, setting things up, ready for the round to start. This was a pretty good game, you know. I think in this session we had some fairly bad games, but this one ended on a bit of a high note. So, a few little talking points on this round. You know, sitting here, waiting for them to come down those stairs again. Because for some reason these guys love it. There's the drone, so straight away I know they're coming. There's no way they're going to beat me here unless they pre-fire me and just win their gunfights. And then I see the shield. And I start screaming. Granted, it's Fuse with a shield, who uses Fuse shield unironically, but he's pressuring me. You know, I can't shoot him directly, so I start trying to get the Ash instead, and things just get crazy. You see me fail a nitro cell throw here. I'm absolutely awful at nitro cells. That's something I need to practice. I feel like they just change it so often. They used to be able to just, you know, yeet them across the map. Nowadays, though, you can barely throw them. It's like the weakest arm ever. I get lucky down in the Ash there with awful accuracy, and Anthony goes and takes her off me. But that's fair enough. And here we are, 3v1. Things have gone quite nicely for us here. And we just end up tying up the loose ends. We just chill out and wait for the game to end. Quite a nice game from us. We worked quite well. We coordinated fairly well. Still things we need to work on. And this game was a fair while ago. I think this game was a few weeks back. We've improved leaps and bounds since then, I feel like. Because Anthony and me have made it into Plat now. We're both Plat rank. Only Plat 3, but we're both there. So I'm really proud of what we've managed to do. And it's just, I'm just enjoying Siege lately. It's just a lot of fun. So there I go, teabagging away after getting the final kill. Absolutely loving it, going 11-3. What a match. Right down to the wire, but what a match. So yeah, I've said it way too many times this video, but I'll say it again. I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know what you thought down in the comments. Any and all feedback is much appreciated, and once again I will plug my Twitch channel because I'm going to be streaming on there a hell of a lot more lately. So go over there, and peace out, enjoy.